Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Foundation Friday. Today, we're going to be using one of my favorite combos from Charlotte Tilbury, and we're going to be focusing on the Wonder Glow. This is a soft focus primer along with her Light Wonder let's see what she's youth boosting perfect skin foundation. So this combo I have been using for years since it came out, and I'm going to admit right away I didn't love it at first, but now as I've gotten older, this has been like a good go-to combo. So for anybody who has more mature skin, I do have to say this is a fantastic foundation that just covers up imperfections, but does not make you look older. So if you are interested in watching this Foundation Friday, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel, and then let's get at it and check it out. This is a foundation that I do absolutely love. And I like to do it with also using the Wonder Glow primer. So I think this combination is fantastic for aging older skin types. And I say that with love. And I think it's a great product. And this is actually a very clean brand overall when I'm thinking about, it's not 100%, but actually the Light Wonder foundation comes up as a very clean product on Beautypedia if you are ever looking, if that's something that you're into. That is something that I do take a peek at as I am kind of shifting into more clean products. And Charlotte Tilbury has actually many of the products, some of them have a little fragrance in them, but overall they have some skin loving ingredients and don't have a lot of the naughties in them. So let's go ahead and put some of this on my face today, and we will give you a little talk. So this is something that I've had in my arsenal for quite some time. So this is not new to me. You just got back from teaching my, I teach a fusion class. It's a sort of a bar yoga Pilates class. So I have a little bit of my eyes on, and I thought it might be fun. I went ahead and used all Charlotte products today. So we'll go through and add a few more. Okay, so I have a little dot of the Wonder Glow, and you guys, this is just a very nice champagne-y color. Gives you a little bit of healthy glow as a primer. So probably very similar to that Tom Ford illuminating primer, but I find that this one is a little bit more champagne colored versus the other one. I don't know if I would say pearlescent, but a little bit. Charlotte Tilbury also has a new brightening one, and I forgot to bring it down, but of course I do own it. I am a little bit of a fan. I think she can sell, I think Charlotte can sell ice to Eskimos. I think that Charlotte can sell anybody anything. She's just an amazing, you know, you really do get excited, and I think her videos are very informative. So anyways, okay, so I just put a little bit of that illuminating the Wonder Glow Instant Soft Focus Beauty Flash on my skin. So giving you a little showing, you can see there's a little bit of let's do the Light Wonder. And I have this in shade 4, and you guys, I have had 5 in the past, and I think that is what I wanted to get, but I think they didn't, I think it was sold out. I tend to have that a lot of problems with that. I'm always in between 4 and 5. I think I need a 4.5. Okay, so this is called 4, and it is in Fair, and let's go ahead. I'm just going to dab it on. And this is just a nice, it gives a really, I think what I would call this is again, a light to medium. I would not call it a full coverage foundation at all. But what I do think is, I think it just makes your skin look, it gives it a nice little veil. And then I'm gonna buff it in with my It Cosmetics Heavenly Complexion brush. As you can see, this is a well-loved brush. I also love the Beauty Blender, but for this, I'm just gonna buff it into my skin, and then we'll use the Beauty Blender afterwards, and see how this works. So the thing I think about this one is it just seems to have some sort of, I would not necessarily pearlescence, but it has something in there that just sort of makes your skin look better without a whole lot of pigment. It's not like a super high coverage foundation. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit more. I am gonna look in the mirror, you guys, so we will take a look. And I did bring down concealer today, so we're gonna use that new Charlotte Tilbury Magic Away. Now, one thing is someone had asked me if I had the Magic Foundation, and I did at one point, but that wasn't one of my favorites. I don't know exactly. I'm seeing a resurgence on people using it, especially of my age. I think Marnie Goldberg is loving it right now, and Stephanie Marie is loving it, so it's kind of making me want to go get it again, but I remember getting rid of it because I never wore it. And I'm wondering what I didn't like about it, but I remember not being thrilled. Okay. I'm learning that I have a lot of nervous tics with my hair when I'm doing these. Okay, can you guys see how that just evened out the skin? I will look over here. I'm gonna put a little concealer on, so I may use the concealer, but this just gives a nice wash of color. It evens out the skin tone. Again, this is more of like a day-to-day running around. I probably would not wear this for a special event if I wanted my skin to be flawless. I'm gonna use a different product, but I just think this has a really nice skin-like coverage to it. It doesn't feel heavy on the skin. I feel like it just perfects it. Let's see from far away. Can you just see it just evened out my blotchiness? Still always gonna have those bags. I'm gonna bring that down my neck just a little bit. But it is really a beautiful product, and I love this for traveling. These little squeezy tubes are amazing for travel. And again, let's see, for a daily luminous tint, that's what I would say. That's true. I think it does give you a little luminous tint, and it's just not super heavy on the skin whatsoever. So I'm gonna leave it at that, because let's go ahead and actually use concealer today. Okay, this is this Magic Away, and this one is in shade 5. They didn't have it in 4, so I think we're gonna be okay. So I have used this, and I thought this is described as Spanx for the eyeballs. And when upon application, I think it is fantastic. But just like any concealers, you guys, by the end of the day, I just feel like it falls into my crevices. This is shade 5, so I think it actually works quite fine. Okay, let's just go ahead and dot some into the bags here. And again, I'm not gonna go too, I will blend that out. I'm gonna go up into this dark spot over here, and then I'm gonna go and actually do a little bit of on my, I'm gonna be like Instagram, like a little bit like the young kids. We'll do a little bit through here, down the nose, and on my chin, and over by the nose over here. Let's see how that looks. Okay, I may regret that, but that's all right. Okay, and then I am just going to buff that out Now I will say this does go on like a dream. This concealer, it feels really moisturizing. But again, by the end of the day, I was seeing a little bit of creasing through my eye area. I'm actually even going to powder today, guys. We're doing the full Monty. So I'm just taking my ring finger and I'm gonna pat it right through my eyes, and hopefully kind of squeeze, depuff my eye area. Now on my eyes, you guys, I use the whole Instant palette from Charlotte Tilbury, so I thought we would use that as well. Okay, let's see, I'm gonna take a peek. So we did brighten up under the eyes, and let's see what we think so far. Okay, definitely, I think upon first application, I really like the concealer, and that's why I'm gonna try powdering it. It did crease by the end of the day. And again, if any of you have a wonderful concealer that you use and love that is for more mature skin, let me know. I just tend to not use a whole lot of it. I just use foundation, you know, just kind of underneath the eyes, because I always feel like it emphasizes more than I want. Okay, so again, I have quite the collection of Charlotte Tilbury. So if you guys want me to do a whole big Charlotte Tilbury like one brand tutorial, let me know. But I am going to be brushing on a little bit of the Charlotte Tilbury Air Brush Flawless Finish number 2 powder. Ooh, look, let's take a peek. I have almost hit pan. This is quite amazing. I actually have a Charlotte Tilbury. This says bronzer brush, but we're gonna use it for powder. Okay, I am just gonna slightly brush this through the T-zone. My favorite brush from Charlotte is that little sculpting brush, and I don't believe I brought it down, but that's all right. We will just use this. So I'm just gonna go through the T-zone and then a little bit underneath, and I'm just gonna pat just a little bit. I just get worried about adding powder underneath this already crepey area. Okay, so we have used our Soft Focus Flash Wonder Glow, then we used Light Wonder, and then we used the Magic Away Wand Concealer, and then I put powder down with the Airbrush Flawless Finish, and I have this in number 2. And then let me go through and we'll use a few more out of the palette. And this, you guys, this one is the Instant Look in a Palette Beauty Glow. I think this is my favorite one of hers. This is just a well-loved, as you can see, I have used a lot of it. I love the eyeshadows in here. Her blushes are amazing, and I just think that she does a really good job. So I'm gonna go ahead and use a little bit of the bronzer, and I'm afraid I wish I would have brought that other brush of hers, but we'll just go ahead and use. This is It Cosmetics, and this is a Heavenly Luxe Wand Ball powder. I will list it below. So I'm just gonna go ahead and bronze up the skin, get a little color here. And again, I did already put on, used some of her shadow. We can touch that up just a little bit. And then I'm just gonna go through the bridge of the nose and down my neck to warm this up just a little bit. And I think I can get away with the color 4 because this is, again, one of those kind of sheer formulas that's not gonna make a huge difference. Okay, so we have lovely, a little bit of bronze on, and then I'm going to do a little bit of blush. Okay, I'm wondering if I should run upstairs. We'll just do this. Okay, so I know you're supposed to use this guy on the bottom, or on, and then this is supposed to be your pop. I tend to just kind of dab a little bit. And this color is a little bit strong, by the way. So I'm just gonna go take this guy. And then I'm going to put a little of this on my cheeks. Give a little bit of color here. So this is one of my favorite. I have the natural palette, which I also really enjoyed. But I would say if you are interested in any of these instant palettes, the Beauty Glow has been my favorite and I have used it the most. I did use the first one for a long time and I did really enjoy that. I haven't been pulling it out. Okay, so we are warming up the skin, getting a little glow. And then let's do a little bit of highlight. I'm gonna just use, okay, I'm just gonna do a little bit of highlight over here. Just a little. She always does a really nice job. I have the Film Star Bronze and Glow. I'm gonna just take a little bit through here. And you guys, yes, this is not the exact brush I want, but we're just making it work. Okay, just a little bit down the bridge. And I think that that might be, okay, from far away. And then maybe we'll touch up the eyes just a little bit because we can. So one of the things I like to do here is I like to use this color from the blush as eyeshadow. I like these colors up on top, but I found that this one just does this little color right here in the blush works really well. I am just gonna take that and I'm gonna just add just a little bit of warmth through the crease here and right through there. I just love the way that she has it so organized so well. It really makes anybody who's doing their eye makeup, you know, she labels it 1, 2, 3. And again, I'm using the Wayne Goss number 16. I love these brushes so much. And then I'm going to just take a little bit on a flat, wow, let's just knock everything down. A flat shader brush. And I'm just gonna take a little bit of the highlight here, you guys, this little, and I'm just gonna put a little bit in the middle of my eye, like right around here, just to give it a little pop, a little lift. Okay, good. Let's do that again. And I'm just gonna go right in the middle, just a little pop right in the middle of the eye. And then I am going to go back to that fluffy brush and then just blend everything out really nicely. I could probably use a little bit of eyeliner, but I don't have that at the moment. Okay, so this is the foundation, a little bit of that instant palette. And then I also realized that the other day I was saying I wear a lot of sheer formulations, but one of the matte kind of lipsticks that I absolutely love is Charlotte Tilbury's Matte Revolution. My favorite lipstick ever is Very Victorian. And so I thought another thing we might want to do, you guys let me know down in the comments, but obviously I have quite a collection of Charlotte Tilbury products. And so I thought maybe we could do we'll do a whole little Charlotte Tilbury extravaganza. So I'm going to see, I'm going to put on, if I can find, got my glasses, you guys. Let's find my favorite is, I would say I love Bond Girl. That's one of mine. And then Very Victoria. You guys, the Very Victoria is just like my favorite nude shade. I just love it so much. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna give you a little swatch here. Isn't that just lovely? Because I don't do well with super nudes, will make me look dead. This one I just feel like has enough color to it that it doesn't make me look dead, but it's still neutral, if that makes sense. I love that so much. And of course I have Pillow Talk lip liner, which I do like, by the way. And I love Iconic Nude. That's another one. Okay, so here is the finished Charlotte Tilbury foundation, and I just have to say I've used this for a long time. If you are more mature, I do think this is a fantastic option for you, and it also, it just is, I feel like a great, as I'm getting older, I can't wear super high coverage foundations. Not that I wanted to in the first place, but I do want to cover up imperfections, which I think that this does in a very like blanketed way. So it isn't going to give you full, it doesn't make me look older, I should say. I think it's a great day-to-day combo, and this soft focus is amazing, and I actually like it better than the brightening one that just came out. That one again is very white looking, very pearlescent. It definitely brightens up the skin, but I almost feel like too much pearl versus this warmer, soft champagne-y. So it might work, this one might work better with my skin tone better than the other one, but we can, if you want to see that one, I'm happy to do that as well. Okay, so this is my final Charlotte Tilbury kind of little foundation Friday. Have used this for years, but I highly recommend it, especially for those of you, you know, I'm 50, but anyone 40 and above, it's great for anybody. But okay, great, you guys, thank you for watching. And again, please leave your comments in below as to what, if you'd like me to do a whole Charlotte Tilbury haul, and also what other foundations you might want to see. I've got a whole slew of them that I'm just going to kind of keep working through, and I definitely have some green brands too that I think you'll like seeing, such as the Lawless, the Ilia. I've got a bunch of those. So, okay, thank you again, you guys. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching, and if you like this video, please subscribe, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.